expand your business also. Dhruv, hope everything is going good.
Yes, sir, definitely everything is going good. It is going wonderful.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you. So another thing, the bank, these loans, the schemes are going through banks, right? You have to see what negative parameters banks see. You almost see that a bank doesn't give loan. अरे ये तो loan नहीं दे रहा मेरे को, मेरा फाइल इतना अच्छा है फिर भी loan नहीं मिलता है. So we should look into a negative parameters of your business. For example, from the bank's perspective, I'm telling you now, your CIBIL score. CIBIL score is a if people doesn't know a CIBIL score, I don't know anybody who is there who does not know a CIBIL score. But for advantage of everybody, I'll tell you, CIBIL score is nothing but a history, credit history you have, which created over a period of time, and the government agencies are monitoring this, which is governed by the RBI, right? So if your CIBIL score is less than 650, you are not eligible for a loan. Why it is 650? We can discuss it later, and how we can improve that also we can discuss it. This is a first point, and if bank sees this below 650, they will not even see your documents. Straight away rejected because the CIBIL score is not good. The reflection of CIBIL score is seen here: weak financial and irregular cash flow. Right, weak financial means you are not maintained the financials properly. All this money has been rooted somewhere. That is why it's a poor cash flow, meant irregular cash flow. Lack of documentation. When I said government, sorry, uh, lack of documentation means the compliances you do. That is very important. If you are not complying, a delay in compliance will hit you here. Unclear business model. As you previously discussed the business model, you have to be very, very clear with the business model. And the most important point, some businesses ride high on one client. ये हमारा यूएस का क्लाइंट है, बहुत पैसा दे रहा है मेरे को, इसके अलावा पैसा मुझे नहीं चाहिए, दूसरा क्लाइंट चाहिए ही नहीं. Very good. If the client goes away, is to get a better offer in US, he will leave you. Then you have to close down your business. So that's why you should have minimum 50 to 100 clients, which does not bother one client. If he goes away also, business will stay strong. It will not. If a US client goes, the India clients are there with me. So you'll have a good night's sleep. Your business is growing, right? And non-compliance of statutory obligation. All these 5 things are villain for your bank loan, right? Non-compliance of statutory obligation, GST, your ITR, your balance sheet, profit and loss has to be filed, come what may at the year, right? So your CA will come to your rescue here, right? Now, from the investor perspective, nowadays, being a startup world, right, a lot of investors invest money in the startup. So from the investor perspective, these are the points. Bank perspective, bank and investor are different. You cannot compare both the parameters, but somewhere both are common. But investor sees 2 more extra points in your business. Non-scalable business. Bank is not worried about scaling, but you are worried about repayment of their EMIs. Here, he is putting his own hard-earned money. That's why I'll ask you how the business is scalable for you. What is the type of scale? What is your strategy that you will scale your business in next 5 years time? That is why you should have a good scalable business. If an investor doesn't see as your business is scalable, he will not invest. Inexperienced and unbalanced founding team. Here again, the founder and the co-founder has to be very, very strong in their business which they are going to start. If they're not clear about the ideas and their business model, the investor will not, because he's at the risk of finding his money being lost the next 3 years. He will wait for 3 years, 1 or 2 years, then he'll say, I'm withdrawing my money, or his money is duped in the business. Here also he will see a poor financial transparency. Financial transparency means you are not disclosing any of the financial transactions which you are given to him, as your bank loans, or you are taken anything other than your personal things. Personal things need not to be disclosed. But what is the funding you expect? How you are going? What is your contribution? He will not fund you 100%. He will see what the amount of percentage you have put in your investment, and what is the confidence you have in the business as you invested your own money. So if we have a poor financial transparency, investor will not invest in your business. Then comes high burn rate. For example, burn rate means if you are advertising your business at in social media, giving every month and every week you're burning 10,000, 50,000, 1 lakh rupees without any clear path of profitability, you are losing your money. And you will also say, why the burn rate is high? There is no business. Why you are burning your money? That is one. This is a social media business. People burn high rate money, and then they say the social media is not working. You should have clearly identify the social media team to what is your path and what is the clear expected result from the social media. Now here the USP comes to play here. Lack of competitive advantage. As I told earlier, USP is very, very important. In that, if you are not clear, investor will not invest in your. So he doesn't see a competitive advantage. For example, a product, a mobile phone, if you see, if you are not giving any competitive advantage, he will not come. You must see lot many companies shutting down. China-based companies a lot shutting because they don't have a competitive. A best example would be Nokia. 1918, 1990, all Nokia was very famous. When this smartphone came, it did not adapt to the new technology. That's why lack of competitive advantage. So he lost the, he had to shut down the business. Right. So now coming back to our government funding schemes, first 5 critical parameters which are very, very important while get qualifying for a government scheme. First one, business to be registered under Udyam, right? Udyam should be there. You should have your shop act. Whatever compliance has to be done is to be done, right? Be it private limited, proprietor or partnership. Business has to be registered. Proprietor has to have a shop act and a Udyam. Only if you have a Udyam, you are eligible for government scheme. Without that, you are not eligible for government scheme. The first step. Second one, a solid project report with financials. The project report has to be done, which is done sitting with you, and then your experience financials is given here, depending on the business you are doing, right? Whatever, be it a silicon, whatever business you are doing, you have to have proper financials, and a proper report is made, which can be given to the government and the banker so that they are ready to fund your business with this project report. Third one, what again, I last slide I told you, promoters fund is very, very important. If he is not funding his business, that means he is not having confidence in his business. So promoter has to fund his business at least 10, 20, 30, whatever it is, percentage of the bank financials, bank loan. Fourth one, you should meet the specific eligibility of government schemes. We have specific eligibilities in the government. Each scheme has each eligibility, different eligibilities. So that depending on the business, you can we can pitch you that government scheme. Specific eligibilities are there. You should fit into that eligibility scheme. Fifth one, CIBIL. Again, no defaults in past loan. So if you are taking a loan, you have to have a repayment plan in place. How we are going to repay the loan. So if the monthly expense should also come with this EMI. So you have to account for EMI in each month so that no defaults happen in your CIBIL. If it happens, we have different methods. So these are the top 3 government schemes. There are a lot many government schemes. We have these 3. Dhruv, would you like to take over from here? All right,
Definitely, sir. I'll take over from here, and thank you so much. That was incredibly insightful. And I'm sure definitely हर किसी को clarity मिली होगी और आज एक नई direction मिली होगी to run their business. So before we move on to Q&A, I would quickly like to brief you two, three government schemes which are high impact creating for MSMEs. So first scheme is PMEGP scheme. PMEGP stands for Prime Minister's Employment Generation Program. So अगर आपका बिजनेस नया है एंड यू वांट टू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस इनटू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सर्विस सेक्टर, देन दिस स्कीम इज फॉर यू. तो पीएमईजीपी के अंडर आपको मिल सकता है 15% से लेकर 35% तक की सब्सिडी. In case of manufacturing, the maximum project cost is 50 lakhs, and in service businesses, maximum project cost is 20 lakhs. तो इतने तक के प्रोजेक्ट कॉस्ट में आपको सब्सिडी मिल सकती है फॉर स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू बिजनेस. एंड द गुड न्यूज इज कि कुछ स्टेट्स में पीएमईजीपी की तरह ही एक और स्कीम होता है सीएमएजीपी, विच इज चीफ मिनिस्टर्स एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन प्रोग्राम, जो कि इस स्कीम से ही सिमिलर होता है और ज्यादा से ज्यादा नए बिजनेसेस को प्रमोट करने के लिए विजन रखता है. इसके अलावा स्टैंड अप इंडिया लोन. सो दिस स्कीम इज स्पेसिफिकली फॉर वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स एंड SC/ST एंटरप्रेन्योर्स. सो फॉर एग्जांपल, अगर कोई मेल एंटरप्रेन्योर है और SC/ST भी है, तो दे कैन टेक बेनिफिट ऑफ दिस लोन. इसमें आपको मिलता है 10 लाख से लेके 1 करोड़ तक का लोन फॉर स्टार्टिंग अ न्यू वेंचर, एंड इसमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सर्विस के साथ साथ ट्रेडिंग बिजनेसेस भी एलिजिबल है. थर्ड है DPIIT रिकॉग्निशन. तो DPIIT कोई स्कीम नहीं है, इट इज एन एक्सेस, इट इज लाइक अ की टू गेट एक्सेस टू वेरियस गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स एंड इनिशिएटिव्स. तो DPIIT के अंदर आप एलिजिबल किस तरह से होते हैं ये जानते हैं. So if you have something innovative, some innovative idea या ऐसा कुछ आइडिया जो कि मार्केट में किसी एग्जिस्टिंग प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रहा हो और आपके बिजनेस का एज 10 years से कम है एंड आपका टर्नओवर 100 करोड़ से कम है, देन दिस सर्टिफिकेशन इज फॉर यू. बिकॉज DPIIT सर्टिफिकेशन विच इज ऑल्सो नोन एज स्टार्टअप सर्टिफिकेशन, इससे आपको एक्सेस मिल सकता है ऑफ टैक्स एग्जेम्पशन अंडर सेक्शन 80 IAC फॉर 3 years. इसका मतलब कि कोई भी स्टार्टअप जिनके पास में DPIIT सर्टिफिकेट है और 80 IAC के अंडर अप्रूवल है, वो स्टार्टअप उनके स्टार्टिंग के 10 साल में से किसी भी 3 कंसेक्यूटिव यानी कि 3 लगातार साल तक टैक्स एग्जेम्पशन ले सकता है. इसका मतलब कि नो टैक्स फॉर 3 कंसेक्यूटिव ईयर्स. इसके साथ साथ में अगर आपका DPIIT सर्टिफिकेट है, देन यू कैन ऑल्सो टेक पार्ट इन स्टार्टअप इंडिया सीड फंड स्कीम, जिसके अंदर आपको 20 लाख तक का नॉन रिफंडेबल ग्रांट मिल सकता है और साथ साथ में 50 लाख तक का डेट भी मिल सकता है इनक्यूबेटर से. और भी स्टार्टअप इंडिया सर्टिफिकेट के काफी सारे बेनिफिट्स हैं, जैसे कि रिइंबर्समेंट आपको मिल सकता है फॉर पेटेंट एंड ट्रेडमार्क रजिस्ट्रेशन अप टू 80%. और सबसे बड़ा बेनिफिट, यू गेट एक्सेस टू स्टार्टअप इंडिया पोर्टल, जिसके अंदर आप मेंटरशिप, गाइडेंस, इन्वेस्टर कनेक्ट प्रोग्राम जैसे काफी सारे बेनिफिट्स का आप लाभ उठा सकते हैं. तो ये सब स्कीम्स काफी काफी पावरफुल है, लेकिन उनका फायदा तभी मिलता है जब आपके पास में सही गाइडेंस हो, एंड दैट इज वेयर वी ऑल स्टेप इन. तो अगर आपको इन स्कीम्स के बारे में कुछ जानना हो तो यू ऑल कैन रीच आउट टू अस आफ्टर दिस वेबिनार. तो सर, आई गेस वी कैन मूव टुवर्ड्स द Q&A सेशन.
Yeah, I think we can do that, but fine. I'll take the next slide.
Yes, sir, definitely, yes.
So these are, so guys, thank you very much for listening to us patiently. And now here are the coordinates if you can reach out to us, right? So file and ending the screen share right now so that we can go to this Q&A.
Yes, sir. So I have a few questions. I'll ask you one by one.
Yeah.
So the first question is that if someone has an idea but no experience, तो उनको अगर नया बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना हो तो what would you suggest?
See, if you have a new idea, would like to know what idea, you have to at least come what idea, understand, we should explain to us what you want to do. If you have no experience, that's okay. But where you got the idea from, that is more important. Where you got the idea from and what you want to do with the idea. Just the idea can do many great businesses, but what, that is more important. How we can guide you with this how you can take, what you can take, and we would like to know your thought process behind this idea.
Got it, sir. So What is that one myth or misunderstanding जो कि normally market में होता है MSMEs को regarding government schemes, and how would you clarify it and debunk that myth?
So government schemes, see, first of all, let me clarify, government schemes, it is a help given by the government to you, right? So we have to be patient. A lot many people say right, this doesn't work. Government कोई पैसा नहीं देता है. We trust me, government gives money to you. A lot of misunderstanding going there, and people say I do government schemes, I take advance money and go away. He doesn't have any clarity about government scheme. You should be very careful while selecting the government scheme, selecting the person whom you are working for the government scheme. So that is why people say no, this doesn't work, and advance people take advance. And you should also see where you are giving advance, which person. If it's your individual, you have to verify the individual, which company is associated with, what is he doing. You cannot just give him an advance and say मेरा government scheme में काम करा दो. नहीं होगा. Lot many people have done that. Please verify before entering into any government scheme. Verify with the expert. We are the experts sitting here. You can verify with us. Dhruv, आप mute में. I am not able to hear you.
I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, so I have one more question. He's asking, I wanted to know what are some funding opportunities for my business if my incorporation is dated 1 to 2 years ago. As I'm at my initial business level, I have low financials and loss, but I need finance for working capital requirements. So what can I do?
See, working capital can be given, but low financial, and why? Why low financial is there? First, you have to find a reason for that, right? Why you have gone into low financial? Do you have any defaults or any civil issues are there, or you had a lot many bootstrapping and you lost money? Why is a low financial? What is the key to low financial is to be first addressed to, and then we can see how you can fund your business. What is the reason for low financial? That is to be found first. Root cause analysis has to be done.
Got it, sir. So MSMEs को normally funding through government schemes or subsidies के लिए application के पहले what should they keep in mind and what all things should they ensure?
See, for a subsidy, if you want to get a subsidy, first you should see what is my business. For example, you're starting a manufacturing company. I'll give one example. If you want to start a manufacturing company for a food item like chocolate, let us take an example of chocolate, right? You want to start a chocolate factory, small chocolate factory, which you want to say that corporate gifting and all that. If you want to do a chocolate, so you can do that. But what is your knowledge about chocolate? That is more important. First thing. Then government schemes of what? Then what benefit you require? People come to me saying that, sir, I want subsidy. That's why I want to go to government scheme. But what type of subsidy is not given like that? Right? Subsidy, the government will verify the business. They will see whether it is gone as per the project report which you are given, submitted to the bank. This one, and you should know that what type of business with a proper market research. You should know what business you are going to do. That is very important. Without a research, though we can help you in all project report. First, we have a interview session. We'll go through you, understand your business, your thought process, then suggest proper.
Okay, sir. So एक question है, in case of loans, is it preferred to start a business in a woman's name to get
You
better
can
benefits?
see woman's name, you can start, but is the woman actively involved in business? That is the critical question
Correct.
to be asked here. Is if the women are critically involved, actively involved, obviously you can go with them because you get better subsidy there. Because women obviously are multitaskers, right? So they can nowadays we cannot take a housewife and go for a subsidy. That is not eligible. It's not possible. You will be doing a blunder there. Obviously
All
we
right.
can go with women.
Sir, एक और question है कि if someone has already started the business, but they have missed building a solid foundation. मतलब documentation पहले नहीं था proper, or maybe they were showing losses in the books. So how can they course correct it now so that they can get access to funding?
So, see, first of all, as I said, compliance, non-compliance comes at a cost. You have to pay the penalty, everything. Though you have to recover last fruit. For example, 1 year you have not done the compliance. You have to do the first that compliance. Then comes the second year compliance. Then only you will be, because banks and lending will ask you, what about the first year's compliance? You cannot show, you are not ready to show that, then bank will not fund you. Any government schemes, they will not fund you, because the most important thing is that how to recover the money which I paid you. That is the most important thing. Okay, if you are delaying, if there is some genuine delays, we can obviously see, okay, no problem. We had some genuine delays, we can accept it. We cannot, that if it is, what you say, reasonable, done with a purpose, then it is a wrong intention funding.
Got it. तो दीपाली जी को एक क्वेश्चन है कि आई हैव टू स्टार्ट अ बिजनेस इन रेशम खेती उद्योग, and also with that I want to start a tailoring business. So what are the government initiatives and schemes for my business?
So, Deepali ji, you have experience in this field. If we can experience in this, you can go ahead. Women till SAB, we have small schemes, 10 lakhs and all that schemes are there. You should, we should know the project cost of yours first. Then we can help you which schemes you can go. A lot of schemes are women coming up here. What is the cost, project cost, and what is your expertise in this area? Then we can help you out in this area. So we can
So sir,
obviously
अगर इसमें yes, yes, you
yeah.
can continue.
No, I completed. You can tell.
Okay, so I was asking, इस केस में let's assume कि ये एक micro business है. So what are the schemes that you would suggest them?
Micro, see, we have Mahila Udyam. It is one scheme is there in Central Bank of India. We have Mahila Udyog scheme, right? And one more is there. 3 lakhs that is a scheme that is specifically for women housewife scheme for
Okay.
tailoring, and all this bakery is there. That scheme is there for 3 lakhs rupees. You can avail that.
This is from Central Bank of India.
Central Bank of India. That is government scheme only.
Correct.
At
Yes.
Central Mahila Yojana, something they have named that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. Aram Singhvi ji को एक question है. He is asking how to get an idea if one is unable to find. Suggest some if you can.
No matter what idea. What is he asking? What? How to find the idea?
How to guide? Yes. How to get an idea if one is unable to find, or how to find the correct sector or field to start a business. How to learn and find that.
So first you have to see what market research. For example, you want to start a business for services. For example, computer business or any manufacturing you want to do, a tawa business, tawa manufacturing. You want to do a tawa manufacturing business. You should first research why you want to do. What is the person who is coming with you has to be experienced in this. If you don't have experience, seek some find some co-founder who can help you in this business. If you have a co-founder, a good co-founder who can help you out and see what is do a market research, then you see a market gap where you can find this gap is very good. You can go ahead with this business. That is what I say. Idea, you should sit and discuss. If you don't have an idea, you can now AI, Google Baba, everybody is there, so you can ask them. They are all experts now.
Correct. Correct. So Chandrasekhar ji is asking for your contact details. So Chandrasekhar ji, you can share your contact number here, and we will personally reach out to you.
Yeah.
And no issues for that. And he also has a question: key what points one? I'm sorry, just a second. Yeah, what points make it quick for investors to make a decision? Yeah.
The investors, see, for that you should what business you are into. It is a, for example, nowadays food tech is going on, edutech is going on, right? AI, IT is going on very good. What type of business you want to do, right? If you want to have a start a business, you should at least say. Again, I'm saying my research only there. Can you repeat the question, Dhruv? What is
So the question is, what points make it quick for investors to make a quick decision?
a quick point is your scalable business, then your funding opportunities. What is your contribution in business? How you are going to scale? What is the profit margin? Or profit margin? Then how we are going to return the money to the investor? What amount of that is? If he is putting 10 lakh rupees, will you able to return 30 lakh rupees in 3 years time? That is a
Correct.
question investor
Needs
asks.
to be asked. Correct. Yes, sir. एक क्वेश्चन सर ये है कि आर देयर एनी स्कीम्स फॉर एमएसएमईज फॉर कंसोलिडेशन ऑफ एग्जिस्टिंग लोन ऑब्लिगेशंस एंड इफ
No.
नॉट व्हाट कैन एन एमएसएमई डू फॉर दिस?
सी कंसोलिडेशन के लिए कोई स्कीम नहीं है, बिकॉज कंसोलिडेशन करना है. सी few customers come to me saying that, sir, I have taken so much of business loan, now I want to consolidate. So that is no, it's very difficult, because what happens while consolidation, no bank or MSME will fund to close your business loans. You have to close on your own, but consolidation can happen slowly and gradually. We can sit and discuss which loan to be closed first, how you can get, and term loan or something, we can see that. Immediately, there is no scheme for consolidation.
ओके सर, एक क्वेश्चन है कि इफ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इज मेड फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग and then we are lacking the working capital to to run the business, buy raw materials and daily payments, then what initiatives are available to avail for the working capital requirement from the government schemes also, and from banks and private organizations also?
See, for any manufacturing, working capital is very important. Yeah, working capital, we have a scheme which purely gives working capital only for the manufacturers, right? So that is one scheme we can avail. CGTMSE is the scheme. Trade guarantee trust. That is the trust which is given. Trade guarantee is the trust. Then for micro small enterprise, that is the full form of CGTMSE. It is basically a working capital scheme which is given to manufacturers and service-based industries, depending on the turnover, and with proper compliance. If we do, we can give you a manufacturing working capital.
ओके सर, तो प्राची जी, आपको जो भी क्वेश्चन है, वट एवर क्वेश्चन यू हैव, यू कैन पुट इट इन द चैट एंड वी विल आंसर इट. So getting to the another question, normally how much working capital can I get for my business? How do I know that?
See, if your working turnover is 1 CR, 20 to 25% of your turnover can be taken considered as working capital. You
20
can
to
get
25%.
20 to 25% of your turnover can be given as working capital through government schemes.
Okay. और ये 20-25% में सर कोई ओन कंट्रीब्यूशन इंक्लूडेड है कि ये प्योरली इतना बैंक से मिल सकता है?
नहीं, बैंक से मिलता है, इसमें कोई ओन कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं.
ओके, गॉट इट. और ज्ञान चंद्र जी को एक क्वेश्चन है कि सर, मुझे एक प्रॉब्लम थी, जैसे कि न्यू स्टार्टअप को जब स्टार्ट में प्रॉब्लम्स होती है तो आगे बढ़ सके करने के लिए ऐसे कौन से गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स है, या मुझे कहाँ से हेल्प मिल सकता है, वो जानना है.
तो स्टार्टअप स्कीम मतलब एग्जैक्टली करना क्या चाहते हैं ज्ञानचंद जी?
So basically they are having some problems in the new business run करने के लिए या grow करने के लिए. So what are the ways they can do to get support and grow the business?
उनका पहले तो क्या बिजनेस है पहले समझना पड़ेगा, why it has gone wrong.
Okay.
Right? If it has gone wrong, then they will bank will see पिछला बिजनेस क्यों नहीं चला, where it went wrong. फाइनेंशियल्स है, कैश फ्लो है, कहाँ पे लीगल कंप्लायंसेस नहीं हुआ, all this they will see. Again, funding them will be a bit difficult, because they have
Alright.
already defaulted in the business. So that is why bank will be cautious will giving this. But anyhow, if we can, they can tell us what they have gone wrong, where they have gone wrong. We can see how we can correct that and take them ahead.
ओके, तो ज्ञान चंद्र जी, आप अपना नंबर डाल सकते हैं चैट में एंड आवर टीम विल रीच आउट टू यू फॉर प्रॉपर एंड करेक्ट कंसल्टेशन। एक क्वेश्चन है सतीश जी से कि सर मेरा सिबिल स्कोर 800 है, फ्रूट एंड वेजिटेबल सेलर हूँ एंड उद्यम भी है, आईटीआर भी है, मुझे गवर्नमेंट स्कीम मिलेगा क्या? बैंक टर्नओवर भी अच्छा है एंड अदर कोई एक्टिव लोन या पेंडिंग भी नहीं है कुछ।
बिल्कुल मिलेगा, 100%। आप उनका नंबर ले लीजिए, 100% उनको कर सकते।
तो सतीश जी, यू कैन पुट योर नंबर इन द चैट एंड आवर टीम विल रीच आउट टू यू। प्राची जी का क्वेश्चन है कि आई हैव टीम ऑफ 100+ पीपल, 100+ entrepreneurs. I need to know how we can give them right guidance for the work.
What प्राची जी, what type of entrepreneurs you have? क्या वर्क के लिए आपको क्या जानना है?
Yes sir, so Prachi ji has she has given her mobile number, so maybe we can together reach out to her.
Can reach out to her, no problem.
Okay sir. Another question is कि सतीश जी का जो बिजनेस है, they are into vegetable, eggs, fruits और milk and जो डेली के ग्रोसरी प्रोडक्ट्स होते हैं उनका बिजनेस है, so they have questions regarding that.
Obviously प्रोडक्ट कुछ भी हो, because see it is obviously working capital चाहिए उनको, जो भी है we can do that. We can send, we can ask them to give a summary and we can take it up from there.
Okay, got it, got it. We have one more question कि सर कैश फ्लो है इसलिए तो प्रॉब्लम है, हम कुछ मशीनरी परचेस करना चाहते हैं, उस मशीनरी पे मुझे कोई लोन नहीं दे रहे हैं, so इस पे if you can talk about something.
So
They
cash
already have existing loan on vehicle and everything, तो उसके लिए उनको समझना है कि फॉर एग्जांपल they have given an example कि 6 लाख की मशीनरी है और उनको उसको लेकर के फंडिंग चाहिए, तो हाउ कैन दे मूव फॉरवर्ड?
सो एग्जिस्टिंग लोन्स कितने हैं उनके देखने पड़ेंगे, उनका एलिजिबिलिटी चेक करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज सी वर्क अल्टीमेटली उनका कितना बचता है प्रॉफिट उसमें, आफ्टर डिडक्टिंग ऑल दी लोन्स, व्हाट इज दी मनी लेफ्ट इन दी मंथली expense and income, that is we have to see and then only we can commit to the loan कि इतना लोन मिलेगा. So that's what cash flow has very importance. आपको every money has to be accounted for. वहां से करेंगे तो we can see अगर एलिजिबिलिटी बैठता है तो we can see, otherwise उनको थोड़े लोन क्लोज करके है करना पड़ेगा. और
okay. All right sir, तो similar to this we have one more question जहाँ पर वो पूछ रहे हैं कि उनको नॉर्मली बैंक्स यू नो ऑटोमोबाइल के लिए, बाइक्स कार्स के लिए लोन दे रहा है, मगर उनको मशीनरी के लिए लोन नहीं दे रहा है. सो द थिंग इज कि ही हैज पुट ऑल हिज मनी इन बिल्डिंग अ शोरूम. अब जब उनको मशीनरी चाहिए तो वहां पर बैंक उनको फंडिंग नहीं दे रहा है एंड दे आर आस्किंग फॉर बैलेंस शीट, जीएसटी एंड अदर डॉक्यूमेंट्स, सो दे नीड क्लैरिटी रिगार्डिंग दैट.
सी मशीन्स के लिए आपको क्या टाइप ऑफ मशीन चाहिए वो बताइए. ऑब्वियसली ये बैंक्स फाइनेंशियल्स तो पूछेंगे ही पूछेंगे, विदाउट दैट दे विल नॉट गिव एनी लोन. फाइनेंशियल हैज टू बी गिवन, आपका फाइनेंशियल जो भी आईटीआर वाईटीआर जीएसटी सब देना पड़ेगा, उसके बेसिस पे ही हम कुछ आपका लोन कितना बैठेगा क्या बैठेगा बता सकते हैं. विदाउट दैट नहीं बता पाएंगे, आप डॉक्यूमेंट नहीं दोगे लोन नहीं होगा.
करेक्ट सर, सो फ्रॉम दिस सेशन वी अंडरस्टूड कि डॉक्यूमेंटेशन कितना इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करता है इन गेटिंग लोन्स है, whether it is from government or it is from banks. तो सर प्राची जी का क्वेश्चन है कि सीजीटी एमएससी स्कीम में मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी जो कि मैन्युफैक्चरिंग अभी तक स्टार्ट किया नहीं है, दे हैव जस्ट बिल्ड द इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और मेन जो प्रोडक्शन है वो स्टार्ट करना बाकी है, तो ऐसे बिजनेसेस को लोन मिलता है?
स्टार्ट करना बाकी है मतलब आपने मशीनरी ले लिया, सब सेटअप कर दिया है क्या?
यस, इंफ्रा एंड एवरीथिंग इज डेवलप्ड, बस उनको बिजनेस स्टार्ट करने के लिए मे बी वर्किंग कैपिटल या कुछ चाहिए हो तो नए बिजनेसेस को मिलता है, बिकॉज मार्केट में ऐसा कंटेंशन है कि सीजीटी एमएससी एग्जिस्टिंग बिजनेसेस को ही मिलता है जिनका 2 से 3 साल से एग्जिस्टेंस है।
तो इसमें देखो सीजीटीएमएससी नॉर्मली उसमें ही जाता है, बट कैसा है अपना सीजीटीएस में टर्म लोन कैसा मिल सकता है, टर्म लोन देख सकते हैं उनका क्या बिजनेस प्रोफाइल है, बिजनेस मॉडल है, वो देखना पड़ेगा पहले। इफ यू हैव प्रॉपर बिजनेस मॉडल इफ यू देयर, देन वी कैन सी हाउ अ टर्म लोन कैन बी अरेंज थ्रू सीजीटीएमएससी।
तो बेसिकली पॉसिबिलिटी है सर सीजीटी एमएससी के लिए।
यस।
गॉट इट सर। एक क्वेश्चन है कि इफ अ बिजनेस हैज अ लो क्रेडिट स्कोर एंड डिफॉल्ट्स इन पास्ट, पुराना है काफी, तो कैन दे स्टिल गेट लोन सपोर्ट थ्रू गवर्नमेंट स्कीम्स, और अगर नहीं तो फिर व्हाट कैन दे डू टू बिकम एलिजिबल?
तो पहला आपका लो सिबिल स्कोर है, तो सिबिल स्कोर ठीक करना पड़ेगा अपने को।
तो सर उसके बारे में इफ यू कैन टॉक अबाउट कि हाउ दिस इज डन।
सी अभी फॉर एग्जांपल इनका स्कोर है फॉर एग्जांपल 600, राइट, तो हम उसको सिबिल स्कोर को स्टडी करेंगे। सिबिल स्कोर को स्टडी करने के बाद उनका कहाँ डिफॉल्ट हुआ है वो देखेंगे, हाउ टू रेक्टिफाई इट, वी विल सी कहाँ पे क्या डिफॉल्ट हुआ है, कितना डिफॉल्ट हुआ है। अगर आप 5, 10, 20 डिफॉल्ट हुआ है, वी हैव टू एसेस दी कॉस्ट ऑफ डिफॉल्ट। उनका बैंक के तरफ से टेक्निकल फॉल्ट हुआ है या इनके तरफ से पैसा नहीं भरा उसके लिए हुआ है। ऑल दिस थिंग्स हैज टू बी सीन इन द सिबिल रिपोर्ट। सिबिल रिपोर्ट अगर उनका ज्यादा लोन एक्सपोजर है, उन्होंने लोन दिया है और वापस सेटल किया है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल बैंक आज भाई तुम चलो 4 लाख का लोन है, 2 लाख दे दो, मैं आपका लोन सेटल कर देता हूँ। तो सेटलमेंट इज अनदर बिग थिंग दैट आप 2 लाख में 2 लाख वापस पेंडिंग है। If you want to have that, we have to see settlement will there be the for 3 years, 3 साल तक सेटलमेंट रहेगा आपके सिबिल के रिपोर्ट में, उसके बाद ही निकलेगा वो। तो सेटलमेंट करना है, इट्स नॉट एडवाइजेबल, आप पूरा लोन भर देंगे ज्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, बट सिबिल स्कोर करेक्ट किया जा सकता है आपका। आफ्टर सीइंग योर सिबिल रिपोर्ट वी कैन एडवाइज यू हाउ वी कैन करेक्ट द सिबिल रिपोर्ट।
गॉट इट सर। So we'll take last 2 questions.
Yeah.
So the question is, I am building a software product based on a subscription model. Do I need to register my business before doing any customer demo or presentation?
If you are doing it, it will be better, because customer will ask you what is your company, where is your company, what is it, where it is registered, do you have a website, or where that all is the compliance is very important. Before, see, anything you have to start, compliance is first thing. कंपनी आप बाद में चलाओ नहीं चलाओ, कंप्लायंस इंपॉर्टेंट है, कंपनी बनाना बहुत जरूरी है। दैट इज लेफ्ट टू यू हाउ यू टेक द बिजनेस कंपनी स्टार्टिंग। कंप्लायंस इज इंपॉर्टेंट। अब without any name of your company, can you do a customer demo, or will you go to a normal kirana shoe shop and buy kirana from him without any board and anything? You will doubt him, no? क्योंकि सही में किराना है, असली है, नकली है, देखेंगे ना। That is all implies to him also.
Okay. तो एक नेहा जी का क्वेश्चन है कि सर, इफ आई वांट काउंसलिंग रिगार्डिंग न्यू बिजनेस फ्रॉम यू, हाउ कैन वी? तो सर कैन सजेस्ट एनीवे, और इसके साथ साथ में आई वुड लाइक टू से कि वेंकट सर इज आल्सो रजिस्टर्ड एज एन एक्सपर्ट इन आवर ऑनलाइन कंसल्टेशन टूल प्रो से पूछो, एंड हिज स्लॉट्स आर ओपन थ्रू आउट द डे। तो नेहा जी, आपको जब भी वेंकट सर के साथ में कंसल्टेशन की रिक्वायरमेंट हो तो यू कैन गो थ्रू प्रो से पूछो and book a slot with Venkat sir for online consultation, and he will be there for you.
Sure.
तो सर आपके पास भी अगर कुछ? yes. So last question is कि what advice would you like to give to entrepreneurs who have started the business but they are feeling stuck or stagnant after a year or two?
See what happens, as I told earlier, like stuck, they did not do proper market research for all that, right? Now if you are stuck, now where do you have money? Bootstrapping mein do you have money, and what strategies have you क्या बोलते हैं, curated a market for you? Where is the market? Have you gone into a red ocean, that is, or everybody is there again, you have gone into the same business where people are there? So we should see where you are going, which product you are doing, how you can modify your product, where is your market niche, what is your strength. Then we can advise you how we can come out. That requires a proper consultation. Then only we can understand this business and take it ahead.
Correct. Correct. So I guess we are done with all the questions. और अगर आपके पास फिर भी कोई क्वेश्चंस है तो guys you can definitely reach out to us on our social media handles on Instagram and our team will call you back immediately. And thank you very much everyone for being in such an engaging audience, and a big thank you to Venkat sir for sharing his time, energy and expertise.
Thank
आज
you.
का सेशन हमारे लिए एक रिमाइंडर था कि राइट गाइडेंस एंड राइट फंडिंग से कोई भी एमएसएमई अपनी ग्रोथ जर्नी को फास्ट ट्रैक कर सकता है. And for
Correct.
this, we have coming up with various webinars with real, relevant, and actionable content for MSMEs like this one. So next week on Saturday, that is 14 June, we have a webinar regarding how to build network as a women entrepreneur, because our next week's theme is MSME की शक्ति, which is specially for women entrepreneurs. उसके अगले हफ्ते में on 21st June, the topic is regarding lean business methods for MSMEs on how they can improve the business processes, which will be taken up by Dr. Ratan Sen Gupta. And on 28th June, we have a webinar regarding digital tools, branding and selling, which will be taken up by Mr. Nitin Mahajan. And also for all the audiences, आज के वेबिनार का रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो एंड पीपीटी आपको मेल पर मिल जाएगा. सो इफ यू हैव मिस्ड एनीथिंग देन डोंट वरी, यू विल गेट द पीपीटी एंड द वेबिनार का रिकॉर्डिंग ऑन योर मेल. एंड वंस अगेन थैंक यू वेरी मच एवरीवन. स्टे कनेक्टेड एंड कीप बिल्डिंग एंड लेट्स मेक दिस एमएसएमई मंथ काउंट, बिकॉज एमएसएमई बढ़ेगा तो देश बढ़ेगा.
Yes, that is a very good mantra for today's MSME meeting. Very good. Okay, thank you, Dhruv. Thank you very much. Thank you all audience for listening to us patiently, and hope we have answered all your questions. If you have any more doubt, you can reach us out to EMSME, and we can take your consultation forward from there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.